In the meantime, can I ask about productivity? And any of the panellists might want to answer this. But if the human input, the output of the input has been human up until recently, with all this integration of Gen AI, agentic, then we've got quantum coming, should the measure of productivity change, and what would that look like?
So I think first you have to be super disciplined on the processes you want to transform with AI. So the first step is that you really understand what is that you want AI to bring to you in terms of the way that you operate. So I'll give you an example, what we have been doing in the area of HR, particularly when you need to provide support to your workforce, to your employees. We automated that process across IBM. Today, 94% of the interactions of an employee with our HR department is automated through an AI agent. Our estimation is that allowed us to save 500,000 hours of work, because that's exactly how many interactions we had coming through our help desks, coming through emails, that we could effectively measure. So if you don't have clarity on the use case, if you don't have clarity on the process that you want to transform, it's very hard to measure productivity. But in the end, I mean, once you have those metrics in place, it becomes very tangible. I don't know, Julie, if you want to complement, because you are working with it every single day.
No, I think you said it really well, Anna, in terms of defining what productivity you want to measure and then what you're going to do with it. I think we've decided that it's easy to measure the hours that you save. It's harder to determine what you're going to do with the hours that you saved. The human element of that, and I know that we've incorporated, I'll just give an example, working with Anna, we've incorporated something at EY called Thrive Time. So we estimate some of the work that we've been able to save and automate with AI, the basic research work, we've actually turned around and are providing that back to our people for them to do reskilling in terms of leveraging that in a positive way to get them more comfortable. We think that's the only way to diffuse AI through an organization, is to get people comfortable that actually, if you really believe in human at the center, you need to reinvest in your people so that they can get the most out of that AI. And that's, Anna, what you're effectively doing together, IBM and EY, as we're automating the processes, make sure that you take that saved time and reinvest it into the workforce for them to upskill and redefine where the future goes.
Thanks, Julie. Onboarding is going to look very different in the future. We have one question. I know. I'm at time. Quick answers, quick questions.
Okay. Me? No? Okay. So hi, I'm Severin Fiegler. I work for Infineon Technologies, and we're a semiconductor company, and we are working a lot with AI. And you just mentioned, Anna, that within HR it has a huge effect on reducing workload, but that also means it reduces the work that people actually start to learn with. So we see that in consultancy firms and law firms as well. What is your take on the learning journey for young people coming out of university, when a lot of the tasks that they used to gain experience are now taken over by AI? How can we compensate that?
I think this generation is going to be critical for us, and I've been telling this a lot. 10 years ago, we were talking about the digital natives. Now we want the AI natives. And I know that I expect that each one of this new generation that is coming to the workforce, they'll expect to arrive at a company and they're going to be working with a technology that is similar to ChatGPT. And you're going to bring tremendous, tremendous value to us by doing that. So I think we need to change the way that the work is expected from this generation and make sure that they are onboarded with characteristics that are related to how AI is actually affecting the way we work. But I see tremendous value.
Anna, if I can just build on what you said, I 100% prescribe to that. My advice for everyone thinking about AI and the impact, it's not about designing, how many people, it's redesigning the job descriptions and the training that results. And if you can get that in your mind, it's redistributing what the work actually is.
Quick question.
So I really appreciated the intersectionality of climate with population with AI, all the problems of the world basically you described in one panel. What is the most worrying thing for each of you, and what could we do about it?
Maybe just one answer there. Anyone?
What is our major worry? To me, is education. To me, is really making sure that people are re-skilled to this new world.
For me, it's because of with AI, with greening transition, and with demographics, we need to understand and value what the human value. And today we cannot, in accounting, human is a cost. And tomorrow it will be a value, but we don't know how to promote that, and that's for me the priority.
I'd say quickly, get up to speed on all the business opportunities coming out in the low carbon economy and all of the new investment mechanisms that are being put in place by development banks that can help de-risk some of these investments for you.
I would say it's only one risk. It's leadership. It doesn't matter what challenge you face, whether it's technology, demographics, or climate change, you need leaders to address it. And making sure that you have strong people that are standing up for their values, for their ethics, with the purpose is critical.
One more question?
Look at the line.
I know.
One last
we need
question.
to expand this session, Irene. It's too short.
Short.
Very short. I'm grateful and relieved that Chantal spoke about the CBAM, because that's going to shift the economic powers worldwide. That means that importers from China, from the Gulf, from Morocco, are going to have to pay a carbon tariff entering into Europe. How do you see Europe reacting to the possibility that international trade doesn't want to cross the border?
Yeah, I think if the EU has realized that they need friends at this time because trade is going sideways, let's say. And I think, and this is, European people could say more, but I think the reform that we're just addressed and agreed in EU reflects that. It's basically as a de minimis clause that exclude 99% of the exporters, because if it's below certain tons, they will be excluded, which reduce the cost. And I think what we should be doing now, and this is something that we're working on, is working with the EU in the regional and trade agreements to ensure that their technical cooperation goes towards helping countries to meet these new standards through an MRV system, through decarbonization, technology transfer, affordable technology transfer, and I think then we all benefit.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ana Paula de Assis. Thank you, Muriel Penicaud. Thank you, Chantaline.